Kenshin. Act 8. Oh my god, last chapter was so cool. It felt like the first fight that was a challenge for our main character. Not that Sanosuke has actually hit him yet. He's the only character who didn't just collapse with one strike. I like him. Do you guys like Sanosuke? What do you think of his tragic backstory? I was sympathetic. You know, you trust and you open yourself up and you think you're doing what you believe in, but actually people higher up than you betray you. Everything you believe in, you kill you, scapegoat you, call you a liar. The Sanosuke taking his name, I think, is really cool. I think it's cool that Sanosuke is a peasant dirt farmer. He has no last name, earned a last name, but he lost, I don't know, I don't know what to call it, his captain, and whatever that meant to him. It must have meant a lot because he took his name. Sanosuke is just like a peasant, nobody. You know, Kaoru is the descendant of a dojo master. Yaiko is the son of a samurai. Sanosuke, he's just some guy, some nobody, no last name. I was sympathetic. I liked it, and I liked that it was done in 4 or 5 pages, so I didn't have to, you know, wham bam, and then we're out of there back to the fight. Oh my God, the brothers! Holy cow! I hope we're pretty much done with them. I hope they become, if they ever come back, I hope they're comedic and not serious. 3 guns. Kenshin's fought a cannon. He's fought a pistol. Kahe was gonna shoot the kid. Why? I bet you can't block this bullet. Come on. Miriam. I just like to see them fight. I just like to see if they have moves and they use the moves on each other. I love that. Kenshin said this is going to be the final round. But was it? I think we have another round coming up. Round 3. You know, technically, Sanosuke and Kenshin were fighting on the same side of the war. It's just that Sanosuke's regiment was betrayed, so he's got a grudge against the people that he used to fight for, but they're not. When I first read it, I framed it, or I thought about it as they're on 2 different political sides, but they're really not. He's just has a grudge against his own side. Let's finish this, Batosai! He starts swinging his giant-ass sword. He starts swinging it around. Yaiko, what is that? What is he planning to do? And then Kaoru says, centrifuge. Centrifuge? She says, he's adding Wait a second. Hold on here. What is centrifuge? It's like centrifugal force? Is that what we're talking about here? Like this, like the astronauts when they're an apparent force that acts outwards on the body, moving around a center, arising from the body's inertia. Kaoru, how in God's name do you know that? Kaoru, the physicist here, says, I know about this. It's centrifuge. He's adding centrifugal force to his monstrous strength and the Zanbakuto's mass. Kenshin bears down braces. Okay. He's waiting. What are you doing? I'm with Yaiko. What is it? Are you gonna take off? It looks like he's doing I think he's winding up. I think he's winding up and then he's gonna bring it down. From the moment the Sekai army was disbanded, I became a fight merchant and delved deep into combat. While I enjoyed my fights, I was able to forget everything. And in these 10 years, I gained strength. With that strength, I now crush the great patriot! His eyes are almost crazy. They're getting real small. Kenshin's eyes are bathed in shadow. Still, you do not have the strength to crush this one. Damn, he knows you can't win. Sanosuke, here's the clash. Hiya! Sanosuke comes down, Kenshin goes up. Kenshin's confident, he's not scared. Kaoru closes her eyes, she can't take it. I can't even look. Yaiko's scared, sweating. And Kenshin just cut the weapon in half. He cut the blade. He cut your weapon. Did he flip his blade around to do that? Ah, look at Sanosuke's face. How you gonna fight now? Kenshin fighting in flip-flops. What are you doing? Kenshin, it looks like he pulls up his sword again. That brace around the sword is gone. I guess that happened last chapter. Maybe that's how he turned his blade around, or maybe not. He jumps in the air again. He is very agile. This guy can jump. He's done this jump move before. Look how high he went. Sanosuke looks up like, oh my god, I'm in big trouble. I am in big trouble. Yaiko, never seen him do this. What? Mitsurugi Ryu. Ryu Tsetsusen. Which translates to Dragon Hammer Strike. Okay, uh-oh. Sanosuke, I don't think you're ready for this. I mean, I don't have to say anything. It just looks awesome. Look at Kenshin's eyes. He's got the X in the eyes. It just looks so awesome. Hit him on the head. He hit him on the shoulder. Sanosuke lost his footing. As you might. And then there's the graceful landing of Kenshin as he steps on the ground in his flip-flops. Looks over. You seem as hard-headed as they come. He's still standing! You're the first to take a Ryu Setsusen and not fall. But you're barely standing. He's using his weapon as a crutch, as a cane. Wait here. Well, a doctor is called. Kenshin turns his back. The fight's over. I'm gonna go get a doctor for you, man. Come on. Kaoru, Yaiko, like, that's... Finally, we can stop. Sanosuke, battered, bleeding. One eye, not quite visible. Gritted teeth. It's not over yet. I haven't fallen yet. I haven't lost. I swear upon the name of Sagara in Shikaiho, I will die before I lose to a patriot. Sanosuke. Kenshin looks back at it. The eye gets more stern, more determined. Are you really gonna go back and... Come on, man. Don't go. What are you gonna do? He does go back. He turns back around. Doctor, no, he really wants to fight me to the death. Okay. Surely that's not what you're doing, Kenshin. You're gonna go over there and give him a hug and be like, you're just like me. I'm a little worried. I don't want Sanosuke to get hit again. Kaoru looks over like, Kenshin, you can't. That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? I'm with you, Kaoru. That's it. Come. Come here. He gives him the left hook. He didn't use his sword, but he beat the shit out of him. Sanosuke couldn't block it, that's for sure. No, I always wonder when Watsuki draws those dots, if that's blood or if that's like a accented on an action movement for action, the dots. But in this panel, it really looks like blood. He just socked him in the face. Kaoru and Yaiko are dumbfounded. Sanosuke also paralyzed. Kenshin looks over. Don't you have the wrong opponent? Did the Sakaiho army teach you to kill patriots? Or did it teach you to complete the revolution? Don't you have the wrong opponent? Kenshin knows who the real enemy is. Do you, Sanosuke? Who's the enemy? Did your regiment teach you to kill patriots? Or did it teach you to complete the revolution? Let's go back a page. Sanosuke's sitting there, completely lost. Completely lost. He didn't hit Kenshin one time. And he's standing there with resilience. And he's saying, it's not over. I haven't lost. I haven't fallen. And Kenshin looks over there, almost pitying. Pity. And then Sanosuke says, I swear upon the name of my captain and my regiment, I will not lose to a patriot. And that's when Kenshin's eye, now I'm gonna go sock you in the face, dude. You got it all wrong. At the end of the day, they're both revolutionaries. Your captain and your teammates believed in the revolution. They were patriots. You got confused, man. Don't you have the wrong opponent? Sanosuke, you're not taking this. You're not buying this shit. Don't you preach to me. You spoke of equality, but drowned it in your own greed. Don't speak of the revolution, then create a world of lies and sleep easy in it. Not wrong. You're not wrong. Sanosuke doesn't have enough strength to stand against Kenshin, but he has rhetorical strength. He still feels betrayed. And he still thinks the world that the revolution created sucks. It's a world of lies that you built to sleep easy in it. Don't preach to me. Then from behind him, you're wrong. It's Kaoru. Kenshin isn't one of those. He never even took a position in the government. He uses his sword to defend people. Tear coming out of Kaoru's eyes, she can speak too. You think of Kenshin as a Hitokiri Batosai only. Don't make wild accusations. Not when you came picking a fight, saying you don't know him at all. You label him as a patriot, but he's not like the patriots you know. He's different. You think of him as Hitokiri, but that was a long time ago. Yaiko starts running towards him. She's right. And if you won't back off, then Myojin Yaiko. Let's not make this any more complicated. Yaiko is gonna go get his shot in too. I won't let you talk like that about Kenshin. It's fine, don't. Let's not. Sanosuke looks down with realization. Maybe they're right. Maybe Kenshin's not that type of patriot. The two revolutionaries look each other in the eyes. Kenshin said, Sansa, the revolution has not ended. He looks stunned, like he's listening. I love this shot. Kaoru on the ground, Kenshin holding Yaiko back. Sanosuke will not fall down. It's true that the fighting stopped 10 years ago and a new order was installed. But those of us who desire a better world still find ourselves trapped in a world where the weak are exploited. So this one, though unworthy, wields his sword to offer some aid to the weak. And then Watsuki gives you a shot of it flipped. So this one, though unworthy, meaning I did a lot of bad shit. I did a lot of bad shit. Wields his sword to offer some aid to the weak. Even though the fighting stopped and a new order was installed, we still find ourselves trapped in a world where the weak are exploited. So I, even though I'm not worthy, wield my sword to offer some aid to the weak. Bottom up change. Wow, I really like this panel. I'll probably take it. Just so stupid. I'm just like Sanosuke. I have no idea who the real enemy is. Don't you have the wrong opponent? But those of us who desire a better world still find ourselves trapped in this one, where the weak are exploited. Whether it will be 1 year or 10, this is Sanosuke's motto from his regiment. Kenshin knows it. Whether it be 1 year or 10, or an eternity. Before the revolution is obtained, no one can say. But this is my payment of giving to the people who sacrificed for the Meiji Revolution. Payment to those who were killed by the Hitokiri Mitosa. He's saying that the old me. Dramatic wind and leaves are blowing. It's a very moving moment. He goes to, he brings Yaiko back. He goes to grab Kaoru's hand, pick her up off the ground. Sanosuke, he's the same. As Captain Sagara, who fought for the true new age he saw in his dreams. This man is the same. And still, he continues to fight. Sanosuke saying Kenshin's the same as his captain. Believers. Kenshin goes over to laugh at Kaoru. You're still too weak. Yaiko hits her then. You are so lame. Shut up! I lost hope and gave up, drowning myself in fighting. To try to forget it all. I'm sorry, that's me crying. I can't even do it. I'm sorry, hold on. I lost hope and gave up, drowning myself in fighting, to try and forget it all. I am sorry. Captain Sagara. This man. Kenshin looks over. Sanosuke drops his weapon. I was so utterly beaten. Kenshin looks over. Zanza. Looks like he passed out. Finally fell to words. The next day, I hear Zanza's wounds are pretty bad. Internal bleeding, amnesia, 3 months of hospitalization. It's a wonder he didn't die. He was my strongest foe in quite a while. Hardly even pulled my punches. Is that a soft brag? What the fuck was that, Kenshin? Kaoru looks over. But why do you still have your battle expression? I've noticed this too. This is Kenshin's eyes when he's fighting. Well, it's a bit odd, actually. You see, it's been so long since my eyes were narrowed into this death glare, and, well, my face is stuck like this. So the two grab his face and start pulling on it. I can fix these muscles for you. I don't know if I should take that as lore or if that's just funny. Do you have muscle spasms, Kenshin? Okay, we got the swirly eyes. We got the Oro in the mouth. He's back. This is the face you need as Rurouni Kenshin. But it hurts. Anyhow, that concludes this incident. Well, that's nice of you to just tell us. This is resolved, guys. We'll be doing something different next time. Let's go celebrate at the Beef Bowl house. Yaiko looks over. Again? Nobody likes fat girls. Haru looks down at him. Better than pointy-eyed midget. They start fighting, kicking each other. They're like siblings. Oh, yeah? The girls love this pointy-eyed midget. We'll see about that. This girl will teach you a lesson. Off to get prime seeds. Come when you guys are done. And then, boom! DGMM. I don't know how to do that. But this guy goes flying out of the restaurant. Kenshin stops. Whoa. As we're eating, and time to go. Oro, you again. Defenders of democratic human rights who drink too much. It looks like Sanosuke comes walking out. It's definitely wounded. But walking. I don't mind you getting drunk and starting another fight, but could you train a bit before the next one? Back to fighting. Frustrated that it's too weak. You guys are too weak. Clandestine meeting. Kenshin looks over. Zanza! I owe you for yesterday. Weren't you hospitalized? My selling point is my toughness. This only helps business. all these bandages on me make me look tough. We'll knock him in the head. Drawn left-handed. To make him look more rugged or roughed up, they drew him left-handed. Watsuki, interesting. Like I said, my selling point is toughness. All three of our cast are thinking, you gotta give him points for effort. Yeah, I guess he doesn't look very tough, does he? Kenshin looks over. Zanza. The evil mark of Aku on your back. You're not gonna take it off? No. The Shikaihu army is a past I will never forget. I can't take the symbol off. Nami. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm 19. What do you expect? And I did like what you said yesterday, but words are cheap. And so, to see if you really are different from those Ishin Shishi with their empty ideals, I'm going to stick around and see who you really are. Kenshin looks over at him, wide-eyed. Sanosuke stands there, goes to turn. One more thing. I'm not Zan's anymore. My Zanbakuto is broken. My fighting days are done. Now I'm just Sagara Sanosuke, fighting enthusiast instead of fighting merchant. Just like you're not Hitokiri Batosai anymore. Kenshin gleams. That's exactly what I wanted you to say. That's exactly the lesson you needed. New name. New start. See if you really are different from those Ishin Shishi with their empty ideals. I'm gonna stick around and see who you really are. Don't you start wandering again without my permission, Kenshin. And he walks away with the thumbs up. Very cool, I think. Thumbs up is very cool. He's not taking off the brand. He's gonna keep it. Keep the brand, change the name. Some things you can't change, but some things you can change. Kenshin, oh, another weird one. Yaiko Gaoro grab him by the face again and start pulling on it. What do you mean another? You're the weirdest of them all. And Gaoro's waitress friend comes out. Sanosuke-san skipped out on his bill again. Oro? Sanosuke, always the awesome exits. But we're kind of not paying our bills. Very cool, man. Very cool. My favorite character. He's my new favorite character. I really like that Sanosuke didn't fall down until Kenshin hit him with his Talk No Jutsu. Okay, now you got me. True. He's right. He was right. I felt like Sanosuke had a Nami moment with his brand, and I'm not gonna take off the brand, but I am gonna change what it means, or I'm gonna change my name. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to talk about every other anime I know about in my reaction, but I'm doing it anyway. Did you ever feel sorry for Sanosuke? Kenshin gave him eyes of pity. At least twice there was panels of eyes of pity. One was, Zanza, the revolution has not ended. The fighting stopped, but we're still stuck in a world where the weak are exploited. It's those types of lessons that are why I have to read this. You think of the punch, the left hook. When Kenshin walks away and Sanosuke is like, don't you walk away from the fight. You come back and you fight me. And then Kenshin turns back and walks back. I was Gaoro. No, Kenshin, don't do it. Oh my god. Here, I'll put the panel up that I want to show you. It's so cool. Yes, I did cry some. True. It made me cry. Okay, the backstory of Sagara Sozo. This is Sanosuke's captain. In that Sagara Sono is an actual historical person, talking about his motif as a character seems besides the point. Ultimately, what ended up taking precedence was Watsuki's own mental image. Sagara Sozo, real name is Kojima Shinro, seems to have been an extravagant man. Samurai not by birth, but scion of a wealthy family. Leaving his wife and children behind, he joined the cause of a pro-imperialist. And as in the story, was eventually turned upon by the imperial army and executed, beheaded, at the age of 29. Since his appearance here within the framework of Sanosuke's backstory, he is of course somewhat glorified, but Sagara Sono did truly see equality for all as a final objective of the revolution. If he lived in seeing what had passed for equality during the subsequent ages of Meiji, probably he wouldn't have thought it was very equal. It's a rhetorical question, but I'm answering it for you. He probably would have thought that it was not the... We didn't get what we wanted. We wanted true equality. We didn't get it. The real-life Seikaiho Army incident is in fact little known, and I did debate whether or not to include it. In the end, because I felt it showed so clearly the truths that lied in the Meiji restoration, I couldn't just skip it. A friend told me that another friend, a popular manga creator, had cautioned that I might be getting in too deep. Did you guys feel that? Do you like history, or was this like, oh my god, who cares? It was 500 million years ago. There are also the facts that while doing this storyline, the popularity of this series in Shonen Jump fell to its lowest point since the beginning of the publication. Still, Watsuki did feel at the time that in order to explore the true story of the Meiji era, leaving out this memory of the Seikaiho Army was not an option. We're putting it in. It's too important. I don't care about Shonen Jump's popularity rating every week or whatever. That's dumb. Who cares? This is important to my story. Design-wise, there is not much reason to discuss motif. Back in the previous volume, in Act 2, when I drew Yamagata Aritomo, I couldn't get my version of the character to resemble the surviving photos of him, so I had to take a different route and use imagination as my guide. I did search for photos for other images of the real Sagara Sojo, but never could find them. What did he look like? Question mark. He doesn't know. Beautiful as he was, the sun, the moon, and the stars to Sanosuke, Sagara Sogo became only more popular in the eyes and hearts of the female readers. And besides Sanosuke, the only person who liked him were the girls. Great chapter. Anyway, I'm sure that's plenty long. I've been going for an hour. If anything else I'll say on the next one. This is just a cut up version of the chapter of this manga that we read together on my Patreon. If you want to see the full chapter and continue reading the story together, subscribe below.